48 minutes he played the other night, you're going to have to clone him and have a second LeBron on the court playing another 48 next to him, and they're still not going to beat.
No, they can't win. No, we don't. They can't win. They have no chance. No, plus, their team doesn't play good defense. I mean, that's the other thing.
The guys around them are terrible,
and the team is a scoring. You know, he can't guard all of them, and they all can score. I mean, it's just an impossibility this series.
Teammates are going to let him down. Listen, the Yankees, I'm as optimistic about the Yankees as anybody.
Right.
But looking at them next to the Astros pitching, the Yankees are going to have to go and make a move. I'm not saying anything that nobody doesn't know, but I think one pitcher is not going to be enough. I think they're going to need this kid Sheffield to, be ready by August. He's had 2 or 3 nice starts in AAA. The Yankees are babying him. He's only had 4 inning starts. No runs or 1 run, 4 or 5 strikeouts. He's looking good. Adams doesn't look like he's got anything going on this year, so you're going to need, I believe, not 1 but 2, because I don't think you
got one.
Sonny Gray, Montgomery, or Cece in the playoffs. It's either Cece or Tanaka.
Well, here's the thing. Last year, what you hold your hope on is this. Tanaka really lifted his game in the postseason last year. He pitched really well. And, if he can do that again, if you can count on him to be the third guy, Severino is your 1 or 2, depending on, let's say, the level of the guy you bring in. Let's just say, for argument's sake, he's your 1, because I'm not counting on you bringing in someone better than Severino. I know in the back of everybody's mind who they want. They all want Bumgarner. I understand that. No one's thinking Kershaw. Plus, Kershaw's hurt. Everyone's thinking Bumgarner. I don't think the Giants will do that. Would you do it? In a heartbeat. I mean, considering how he pitches in the postseason, he's the perfect player. And the Giants, listen, the Yankees can make a team pretty whole. They can actually give somebody 3 players who can all start. They can really they can help you make a team. They really can. They got good. The Yankees have really good players in the minors and in the young players. They have a lot of them. But again, we'll see. The Yankees, I agree with Cash on waiting, because you want to see what all your options are. You want to try and get the best pitcher you can, because you're going to need it against this staff, especially if Morton is going to pitch like this. Morton has become a very different pitcher. He beat the Yankees last year. He's been sensational this year. He's become a very different pitcher. Jimmy in Uniondale, what's up, Jimmy?
Hey, how you doing, Mike?
Good, what's up?
You know what? I'm 58 years old, so we're around the same age. Can you imagine if we just chronicled, and I consider myself so lucky to see some of the greatest players in any sport in my lifetime. You talk about Montana, you talk about Bradshaw, you talk about Aikman, you go to baseball with Bonds and A-Rod and even Willie Mays and Hank Aaron, and now watching basketball, I saw Walt Frazier. I mean, in my lifetime, the list is endless, and I consider myself as a sports fan, and I watch every sport. I have been so fortunate, and I tell my son, who's 30 years old, I said, pay attention to what's going on, because you can see greatness at any particular time, and you can go back and tell your kids.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, listen, there's always another player. Look at Trout. I mean, Trout is a young guy now. Who's better than Trout? Look how good Trout is. How can you be much better than Trout is right now? I mean, and Trout comes to Yankee Stadium and he dominates. He comes to New York and he dominates. Played great against the Mets last year at Citi Field. Comes to New York, which is kind of home because he's a South Jersey guy. I mean, so he comes to New York. He's like a lifetime 390 hitter in New York. He puts on a show. I mean, he's unbelievable. You see how good he is. So yes, and obviously, we've seen the level of, we always see good quarterbacks at some point in the end. And there's usually a great guy. I mean, who's the next guy to carry who's going to carry the load in the NBA? Who is going to be the next guy? That's going to be because LeBron's maybe, you're looking at 2 more years? I mean, the question I would have with LeBron is this, and I don't know the answer. Would LeBron stay around, play on a good team, and be a guy who, would he play a couple extra years just for the love of basketball and to be a guy who played 24 minutes and, averaged 15 points and was in the game in big moments and did stuff like that? Would he stay around and do that, or does he have to be the guy who leads the team and everything? his whole career? Does he have to be the 45-minute guy who does everything? I don't know the answer. John in Toms River. What's up, John?
Hey, Mike. How are you? Welcome back. How are you?
Thank you. What's up?
Good. Last night's game with the Rockets, for 1 second. I mean, the Rockets are driving the ball in the first half. They're getting to the basket. They're having success. Comes the third quarter, and they're shooting every stupid three, and they're missing every one of them. Mike D'Antoni can call a timeout, slow these guys down, drive the ball to the basket. They played right into the Warriors' hands. They were having success. One of these, and Harden, James Harden, I'm sorry, horrible. They didn't be the MVP. The guy's chucking up 3-pointers.
They were having, John is right, they were having tremendous success driving the ball to the basket against Golden State. I understand Golden State made some threes in the third quarter, but why did they feel they had to drive the ball and start taking three after three after? I understand they take threes, but still, when you're that cold, take the ball to the basket. I mean, you cannot have your team miss 29 of 33s to finish the game at home. 1 for 29. One of the last 30 shots went in. 1. 27 straight misses in a seventh game at home. A staggering number. Back after this.